Good morning, friends. How are you? I hope you all are safe at home. Today I am here with chapter 7 of 12th standard, that is evolution. Topics for today's session are origin of life, theory of origin of life, experimental proof for chemical evolution of life. First, it is about origin of life. Under this heading, we will know about universe. Universe is about 20 billion years old, which includes huge clusters of galaxies containing stars, clouds of gas and dust. According to Big Bang theory, universe arose from a huge explosion of a very large entity. As the universe is expanding, there was decrease in the temperature, and as a result of which formation of hydrogen and helium takes place. It was thought that these gases condensed under gravitation and formed the galaxies of present day universe. Under origin of life, next is about Earth. Earth is formed about 4.5 billion years before in the solar system of a galaxy, that is Milky Way. Later on, water vapor, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide were released from the molten mass. After that, UV ray coming from the sun broke up water into hydrogen and oxygen. As we know that hydrogen is lighter, so it escaped from the surface and oxygen combined with other compounds like methane, ammonia, etc. and finally water vapor, carbon dioxide, etc. are formed. Now after cooling, water vapor converted into water and rain occurs, as a result of which water get filled in the depressions to form oceans and water bodies. Meanwhile, ozone layer is also formed from oxygen. It has been estimated that life started appearing 500 million years after the formation of Earth, that is about billions years before. Now let us see about various theories of origin of life. First is theory of special creation. According to this theory, God is the supernatural power and it created the earth, light and plants, animals. This theory also tells that all living organisms that we see today were created as such. The different life forms was always the same at the time of creation and will remain same in future also, but it is not true, so not given much importance. Next theory is theory of panspermia or cosmozoic theory. According to this theory, life has come on earth from planets and outer space. It was thought by early Greek philosophers that some units called as spores or pansperms came on the earth along with meteorites and they might have evolved into the present day forms. But also this theory has not given such importance. Third theory is theory of spontaneous generation. According to this theory, life arose from decaying matter like straw. Louis Pasteur thought that life can arise only from the pre-existing life. He did experiment and found that no life arose from the heat-killed yeast that was kept in a pre-sterilized closed flask, while new organisms arose from the heat-killed yeast that was left open in the air. So this shows that already in air some life of yeast was present. Next theory is theory of chemical evolution. This theory was more or less accepted by all. It was proposed by Oparin of Russia and Halden of England. According to them, first life came from the pre-existing non-living organic molecules from inorganic constituents. Now let us see what were the conditions favored for chemical evolution. The conditions were very high temperature, volcanic storms and reducing atmosphere that contains methane, ammonia, water, vapor. This theory was further proved by Miller and Urey. So let us see the experimental proof for chemical evolution of life. In 1953, Stanley Miller and Urey created conditions similar to primitive atmosphere in the laboratory using some glass apparatus and tubes. Then they created electric discharge using electrodes in a closed flask, and that flask was containing methane, ammonia, hydrogen, water vapor at 800 degrees Celsius. After doing this, they observed formation of amino acids after a week. This experiment was repeated by many scientists and they observed the formation of sugars, nitrogenous bases, lipids, amino acids and even pigments also. All these are chemical in nature and are present in living being. So this theory was more or less accepted. This figure indicates about the Stanley Miller's apparatus used in studying the synthesis of organic compounds under conditions believed to have been present on the early earth. This is also about the same experiment. You can see that water present in the container, that is water vapor, ammonia, methane and hydrogen gases. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.